Gilroy defends that scene, claiming it had to be told.
But fans now wonder if Andor has lost what made it bold.
A mature Star Wars story, but at what cost to the core?
Has the line between shock and substance been ignored?
Before we get into today's video, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons because YouTube seems to hate our channel.
So offer up your subscriptions to break the algorithm curse.
And now, on to the video.
Probably.
So let's address this. This is a very controversial topic, and we will be referring to, there's a particular word that YouTube probably doesn't like, and we'll be referring to a different word instead, or we'll be trying to refer to it indirectly.
Or I'll use a bleep button.
In Andor Season 2, there is a scene where an Imperial guard catches one of the characters' Bix and insinuates that he will look the other way of her being illegal if she performs certain favors for him. And she refuses. What he does is he tries to force himself on her and fails to do so because she beats his brains out and then kills a guard as well. And then turns to the camera and says, if you see in the bottom right corner.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing that it got put in, but it's the turning to the camera and saying it when literally the line did not need to be said at all. People watching couldn't figure out what the heck was about to happen.
A lot of people were talking about this because people felt like it wasn't necessary for a Star Wars movie. And then some people were saying, oh, you know, Star Wars has had all this other stuff in it, like Slave Leia and all this other stuff, so it wasn't not necessary. And look, here's what I say. I agree with my wife. Here's the issue I have. I don't. I think it was very tame for what it was. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I am not watching Andor. I have no interest.
Neither do I.
I did watch this scene out of curiosity because I was curious to see what people were talking about, and that's what we're discussing. I am not discussing the quality of the show and whatever. I've heard it's pretty decent. I just have no interest in Star Wars. But the discourse around this has been interesting. So we wanted to give our opinion of the discourse. And basically, the issue here is that some people felt like it was too dark for a Star Wars for show or movie, and some people felt like it wasn't. Now, I think that it was completely fine. I think the issue was having the character turn to the camera and then announce it to the audience.
The other two characters who were actually in the room, they're dead now, right?
Yes.
So then who is she talking to? There's literally no reason for her to say the line if there's no one in the room with her anymore. Why are you saying that line? You know what happened. You don't need to say what happened. People and the audience doesn't need you to say what happened either. There's such a thing. That's why cinema has its charms, is because there are things that you can portray through imagery or actions that people can understand what's going on without any words.
Yes, and I think that a lot of this stuff in Star Wars, there was some darker themes in Star Wars, but they didn't outright go, oh, we're doing this. Like, again, it's not even just about this line. There's this common trend now in movies and games where they need to announce to the people watching what's happening on screen. And it's like, yes, I know that people have very short attention spans and like to watch little short videos on TikTok and stuff now. But if you're showing something on screen and it's not demonstrated well enough that the audience will understand it, and you have to then dictate to them what it is that's going on, you didn't do a good job.
Yeah, that's just a sign of really terrible writing.
The Andor creator has explained that the shocking assault season was fine because we're all the product of grapes. The thing is, Star Wars is not talked about unless there's controversy anymore. Like, nobody cares. Like, nobody watches it. And the saddest thing is Andor Season 2 only had 2 million people watching it. And that's awful. That is terrible. This is supposed to be like the best thing that Disney Star Wars has put out, and that's bad. And the thing is, the only reason people were talking about this was because of this controversy. I don't think it was a terrible scene. I think that it was done well enough. I think having her turn towards the camera and announce to the audience what just occurred, most people understand it, and the people who don't, the children, maybe they don't need to understand it.
No, maybe they can just ask their parents what's going on, and the parents can explain it to them in a way that won't teach them bad words.
Either that, or I just think that this is a very convoluted thing. And the thing I find the funniest is the Andor creator, Tony Gilroy, says that Disney did not push back at him on this at all. And that's funny to me because I saw a meme someone posted that won't call the ship Slave 1, but Grape is okay.
How odd. Maybe it's because the ship is driven by a man and the scene happened to a woman.
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.